Welcome to the Feats and Fables 5th edition streaming game just for adventurers like you. You can find us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, and wherever you get your podcasts by searching for Feats and Fables. If you want to watch us live, join the game, talk to us in chat. Join us Monday nights on Twitch from 8 to 10 Eastern Time. I'm Paige Lightman, the DM. I'd like to welcome you to Aglarond, pastoral nation of half-elves. Our heroes are part of the Foresters, an elite unit of scouts and rangers charged with defending Aglarond's borders from the undead in the evil fascist nation of Thay. Our heroes are racing towards the Singing Sands. They're trying to recover an ancient artifact before Thay gets there. The Red Wizards of Thay wish to warp the artifact to their own evil ends. Currently, our heroes are in the mountains of Eastern Aglarond, heading towards a dwarven settlement to seek their aid in finding a shortcut to the Singing Sands. Let's meet our heroes. We have Victor Toussaint, a human eldritch knight fighter played by Ron Frankie.
On a battlefield littered with plate mail.
We have Wildfire, a fire genasi evoker wizard played by Joe Streaky.
Don't worry, I still have a few more fireballs.
We have Ross, who is currently Ross Kong, a lizard folk Drake Warden Ranger played by Coda of Kodab Games. We have Mira, a water genasi seamount druid played by Dr. Andrew Wong. And
really try some of these summoning spells.
Yes. And then we have Silvio, a Satyr College of Eloquence bard, played by Ben Heisler.
Buongiorno, y'all.
Previously on Feats and Fables, the heroes headed into Dwarven lands only to find a siege of ogres surrounding the Dwarven citadel. After pushing through the front lines, the heroes rescued a small band of Dwarven soldiers. They say that the leader of the ogres, a fearsome plate-mailed spell-casting behemoth, is at the front gates. The dwarves are heading into the citadel. What will the players do? Let's find out. Okay, so what do you think?
Have all the dwarves made it safely inside?
Not all the dwarves have made it safely inside. There we go. Not all the dwarves have made it safely inside. There's a group with you that you have just recovered. You had just reached over to the officer and asked him what his name was, and you know that there's a whole bunch of dwarves like up towards the front doors of the citadel that are fleeing Gulpraknesh, this fearsome ogre who is there with her retinue.
Did the dwarf tell us his name?
So when you ask the dwarf's name, he says, my name is Darmog Bouldertam. And someone said, "No, your name's Chicken Kicker!" in the back, and a snicker goes up from the bloodied and bruised dwarves. He grits his teeth and says, "Darmog, I'm happy to take you in. These folks need to be rested and patched up, and then we'll be out fucking back here in a moment once I get a little bit of dwarven holy water into most of these folks."
Paige, Ross is going to be keeping an eye on the ogre leader, or at least what we're assuming to be the general on the battlefield currently, just to kind of keep an eye on where her movements are. But when he hears the commander saying "go back inside," he makes grunts and faces at that.
Okay, fair.
Well, squad, are you in any shape to support the dwarven retreat?
I do not possibly think that we can, as foresters, leave them to their own devices if we still have resources remaining. I personally do not have many, but of course, Mon Capitan, I am willing to give them all to the cause.
All right. In that case, we will head towards the Dwarven Retreat and I guess the Ogre General at the same time. We can test their metal a little, maybe.
Darmok looks at you askance and says, "Are you sure? She's I don't know yet, so this is not meant in any sort of disrespect. But she's a right battle axe, that one. And it seems to be a term of great respect, but also not a small amount of fear tinged into it too.
Well, she probably had to exhaust a lot of her resources fighting your formidable forces. So we'll just see if she's got anything left in the tank.
I guess we'll find out. Well, my duty is to these soldiers, and I'm taking them in. The lads will give you as much cover from the walls as they can.
Just make sure that they are ready to open them just enough for us to run inside when we end up having to have our heroic retreats. Also, by all means, tell the queens, who I am only assuming you are related to based on a shared name, that the foresters would greatly like to speak to them after we are done.
Foresters, eh? I'll be happy to hear that. It's happy as she ever is, I suppose. All right, fine enough.
Paige, instinctively, my ape arm goes up to my "Do not kill me, I'm one of you" badge, but sadly, it is not there.
It's within you all along.
Well, if we're going to do this, we should move quickly.
Yeah, this is a little crazy, Paige, but would it be possible for me to shoot arrows at the ogres if I'm being carried by a friendly ape?
Coda, describe your ape locomotion to me. Let's assuming this is a full balls out run that way.
I mean, so if I'm carrying something, it's definitely going to be like a 3-point gallop. It's not going to be like a horse, but I could probably hold him like on the flat of a hand or something, I guess. I mean, I'm doing it with Goose right now because unfortunately I haven't yet managed to craft a ape-sized purse to put Goose into, but...
Yeah, I mean, Goose is kind of a pocket puppy at this point. You can kind of tuck her under your arm or something. I don't know that you can put Victor in your armpit without encountering some pointy ends of Victor's accoutrements.
I mean, Goose is actually more than capable of just running. Like, she's got the same movement speed as I do over land.
Sure. So I said that she was about 900 feet away. 300 yards. I'm going to round that down to 880 feet so that the math is a little easier on Paige. Looking at that, you'd get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks from 560 feet away to, 6 at 80 feet away. And then Mira and Wildfire, I think you can also do something up to 80 feet away, right?
I can throw a fireball at 120 feet away, potentially.
We're going at an 80 foot
80
increment.
feet away, 80 feet is less than 120.
Yes.
And at 80 feet, you're outside of
that
counterspell range, too.
Oh, yes.
This does mean we are all catching a ride on Ross. Is that what I'm understanding?
I can keep up fine.
I'm also
Those
getting
little
right
hooves, little hooves going fast.
I'm gonna try and strategically position Wildfire though, just because like burnt ape fur, not what you want to be smelling.
Honestly, instead of loincloths, you need to look at engineering like a party bandolier across the ape's chest, so you've just got a little socket for each one of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Every time from now on, Silvio casts polymorph on me. Like as he's doing it, I like pull out from my bag a giant bandolier and toss it up into the air.
As you turn around,
Frank here. This is really more like a giant ape-sized set of like string of baby carriers that we're in.
I was just imagining Ross like pulling out his bag and throwing it up in the air as he twirls around in his Sailor Ross transformation.
Yeah,
I like it.
unfortunately, my Sailor Ross transformation ends up with me having like a baby Bjorn on the front.
No. Many, multiple they're like Barbie Bjorns.
There you go.
Right?
Fair.
Sure. After that silliness, yes. Victor, looks like you'll get 6 attacks, and then anybody other than Victor who can attack at 80 is also welcome to join the pool. All right, so you go charging across the battlefield. You see Gulpraknesh lay a wall of fire down at one point. Like so, that cuts off the dwarves' retreat. They end up sort of stopping there, and of course their commander puts herself between herself or himself. Can't see, too small. Himself. I think I see a beard. Yes, himself. Between the beleaguered fighters and the ogres. So you've got 4 of those chain-wielding ogres that start strolling across the battlefield.
I mean, good news is there's already a wall on the field, so Silvio, you're set.
Hey, Paige. So
Yes.
the wall is at 165 feet. My dispel magic reaches out 120 feet. So when does that mathematically?
It happens while you're still too far away. This is
Well,
what
sure.
you're seeing as you're
I
starting
dispel
your
magic
run.
when we get in range, probably.
Sure. Just let me know what the range of it. It was the range greater than 160?
That's 120.
120. Okay, so it'll happen at the 80-foot increment. So you can actually, the wall of fire is only about 10 feet high, so you can see the ogres behind it still, like, from here up. And the 2 that have the yellow border are a type of ogre you haven't seen before, and they are wearing half plate, and have spears and shields.
Do I know anything about these specific ones? What is the feat for knowing about
History.
ogres? Ogres are history? Not a great roll.
Hard to say. They're not a type that have been seen in Aglaron. Like, they are not normal.
Sounds
All right. So we have 1, 2, 3. We have 5 rounds of Victor only. Victor, why don't you give me attacks at disadvantage because you're on a monkey.
You don't have to be lonely at victoronly.com.
I'll try and make him be more stable by repeatedly hitting him with my ankles, but it probably doesn't help very much. All right. 1, 2.
Which ogre are you aiming at?
Now that I found that the yellows are in half plate, I will aim at the blues.
Okay. You know what? I should give them different colors.
I will aim at purple blue.
Gotcha.
So let's see. So that's 1, 2, 3. It's got like a buffer on it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 shots. Is that right?
5 rounds. Yep. All right. So the blue ones.
6 of them hit.
Let's see. Hit.
Does an 11 hit?
An 11 does not hit.
Right.
Everything else does.
Sure. Okay.
All right. So 6 hits.
Oh, wait. Hang on. 11. I was just looking at the first numbers.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a 17-11 that doesn't hit. Wow, everything else is...
25-10 also doesn't hit.
Okay, yes.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hits, actually. I miscounted.
All right. I'll start. Oh, Oh crap!
Uh-oh.
What?
The reason my to hits are so good is because what the hell? I'll use +2 arrows. Why not?
Oh, snap!
I already rolled.
Treasure.
Damn, just throwing away that treasure.
I mean, the dwarves. I want the.
You
dwarves,
can re-roll them if you want.
I
But...
want the dwarves to see how much we care about them.
Okay.
I mean, you could also just take 2 off all of them.
That sounds like math.
I mean, math is hard. Let's go to the mall.
Right.
No, I'm keeping it.
The
I'm
dwarf
letting it be a.
watching the arrows
happy-
fire over their heads and just,
Yeah. So the
and just
arrows
count how much gold worth
streak
of arrow being
over,
flung.
streak over the wall of fire in an arc, ballistic arc to come down on the purple ogre. And as they do, they trail motes of rose gold energy and the faint sound of elvish hymns. Of all the noises this unit of dwarves expected to hear on the battlefield, that was not in the top 500. Like that would, they look very confused at this flight of arrows coming over. All right, what's my total, Ron?
All right, so 20. Let's see, 20, 31, 41, 50, 60.
60 taken.
And there's 2 +2 arrows floating around somewhere. We got to get back.
I will make a mark on the field.
So what you're saying is there is no retreat from this combat anymore.
And
You just got a bunch of magic that way. Now we gotta go get it.
Because see, what happened was my first shot was a normal longbow shot, and I missed. So I was like, "Screw this! I might not survive this combat. I'm just gonna use my shiny stuff."
Smoke it while you got it.
In all fairness, like
Before
trying to balance you on my hand while keeping you still and still break like all out, flat out running on 3 limbs, not as easy as I thought it would be.
So does anybody else have an attack at 160 feet out?
At 160 feet out, I might dispel magic the firewall.
You tell me, man.
Yeah, I'm so torn because it is a fireball that I'm spending on helping these poor dwarves.
I mean, I know that it hurts you, but technically our kind of mission is to help the dwarves get out.
Oh, it hurts me so much, I do it anyway.
It's okay. Your pain makes it all the sweeter for
I know
me.
it does. I get to make a
So
check.
this is a pretty big roll you're making.
I know, I'm spending my inspiration on it. What do I get to roll? Ability check. Sure. Here's my ability check. Yes!
Oh yeah.
Nailed it.
Ooh.
Well,
You
Are
would
you
dispel
using
spells
any
of
+2
light.
arrows
it
there?
might be you rolled a saving throw by accident. I think you're still golden, but
It doesn't matter.
It's
I mean,
3
he
less,
rolled
I guess, because I don't include
It's
proficiency
a 19 on the die. I don't care.
ability check. I'm still fine, but you're right, I did click the wrong button. Thank you, Ron.
If you were to run into God, even God spells would be dispelled. It's the Tori Hanzo of Dispel Magics.
Exactly.
All right, that was evocative. Inspiration point for you, then.
Paige, just so I'm clear,
Uh,
if up on the map is north, which direction are we coming from? Are we coming from behind the ogres or behind
No, you're coming from behind the dwarves. You're coming from the west
Okay.
towards the east. You will enter the board on this side.
Gotcha.
I'm not even breathing hard yet. Don't talk about where I'm coming from.
Paige, as we're moving forward, I
no.
reach out with my magical powers, and I say, "Flame is mine," and the wall of fire dissipates.
I love it. The power flows into your hand as you draw it into your own personal manifestation of the weave. You may have an inspiration point because that was cool, but then you can also make me an Arcana check.
Ooh, I like Arcana checks.
Ooh.
I like to imagine that that's like Wildfire's hand temporarily turns into like a fire vacuum.
Mm-hmm.
Or like a fire duster buster.
I have a 14, babe.
Okay, so
Oh, wow.
with 14, you can't glean much about the nature of that magic.
I'm starting to get the impression if the chapter isn't labeled how to set things on fire, you skip it.
It's like, I got that already. All right. Who can attack from 80 feet out?
Oh, that would be me, if not a few others.
I'm
So, Ron, Victor could shoot again.
All right, I have now used all my +2 arrows, so these I have to click the right button on.
It's fair.
Let no one say that you died with any grenades on your belt.
9 misses, 20 hits.
All right, take another 5.
Taken.
Oh, damn! Kurgosh, 2,000 points by himself with the player inspiration.
We're
Oh, that means we got some inspiration.
That's good because we're gonna need to go into this fight.
We kind of are.
Just so all the other players notice, I've done 65 damage to the presumably weak ogre, and it's just like still there.
He's bloody.
Okay.
I was about to say, I'm sure he's bloodied, isn't he, Paige? Please tell us he's bloodied, Paige.
I mean, if he wasn't bloodied, we can put it's got to reverse this ape.
Run. I don't know what you're
Don't make me
complaining
turn
about.
this ape around.
Don't know what you're complaining about. Silvio has been single-handedly carrying us through these combats. I mean, granted, he turned me into an ape, and I am literally carrying you. But all that damage counts as his.
I mean, like, I wasn't gonna, boast or anything, but he's right.
Can I take my +2 arrows back now?
No.
The dwarves, I'm sure, will give us like +2 or +3 arrows, or like a
Mira,
or
would you like
something.
to go ahead?
Or like, frozen yogurt. Mira decides that this is a good time to aim.
Swear to God.
What?
What are you doing, Mira?
I
What are you
said
doing, Mira?
Frodo, not gelato.
That's okay. I said gelato,
You did.
and I like.
Mira will hop down from this galloping ape because she doesn't think that it's a great casting platform, and she's going to
Little bumpy, not gonna lie. It's a
pull
little.
out. Yeah. And she's going to pull out a tiny bit of dried jellyfish. She's going to sort of arc in the direction of that one ogre that we've been pummeling and create a lovely, sweet, swirling column of Nidarians upon it.
All right, let me go get your Nidarian token. I should just load the Nidarian token whenever I load player tokens.
You should.
I mean, it would be wise.
Yep.
Ooh.
Yeah. And that creature is going to enjoy some damage.
Nice
That was
roll.
a good roll.
Yeah, nice roll.
I was on the page looking for tokens. I'm like, where the hell is Ross? I can't find him. It's because he's huge.
Uh-huh.
Hey.
At that size, he doesn't look like Ross to me.
It looks like nothing to me.
He's huge. He's the biggest Ross we've ever had.
I mean,
Huge.
So, Russ.
man, I'm really gonna have to step up my game for Rossella though. Can 2 enlarge spells stack on each other?
You
Aw.
can't have the benefit of the same named spell effects more than.
Okay, what if I didn't have the mechanical benefit, but just the size benefit? Would that count?
I would give you the size. I would give you the size.
It's okay. What we'll do is
All right.
I'll turn you into a T-Rex, and then Miro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, T-Rex. That's like Ross assuming his final form.
Yep.
Full Godzilla effect.
I'm excited for it personally.
We just need to like survive this fight and a few more. We'll be fine.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Okay,
All right.
Paige. So that
Y'all are
ogre should give me con save.
Yeah, y'all are actually a little farther back than that, but that's just the edge of the map that I
Yeah.
Sure.
all right, con save Ogre.
And have those dwarves evacuated?
They're gonna do it when we're in initiative order.
Well, we just got rid of the wall of fire with the hope that they'd GTFO.
The wall of fire came down at 80. No, it came
It came down at 120.
came down at the increments are 160 and then 80.
So it came down at 160 because it was last round, because that's the range, right?
Okay. So yes, I got a lot of stuff going on here. So the dwarves
I
did
will
one
come back
action.
to that in a minute. You were still making a con save. I'm sorry. That was very rude of me.
No, it's all right. So the dwarves do start
So
hauling ass out of there.
Excellent.
A ragged cheer goes up from the beleaguered defenders as the wall comes down.
Yay!
Yay!
Greens, we are leaving. All right, concave from the ogre.
Excellent. Thank you very
That
much.
ogre will still enjoy. Was that the concept? Okay.
I made
Anyways,
it twice.
that ogre will still enjoy. Right. That's what I was curious
So
about.
just take the first one,
that
and I
ogre
don't.
will.
Go ahead.
That ogre will still enjoy points of night drain damage.
Whoa!
Noted. Taken, sir. Taken. Anything else?
At that range, I will also cast a
For
fire.
now.
Of course you will.
Hooray!
Cast it in this space right here, which will hit
It's a social.
everyone except for Far Ogre, sadly.
Oh, the one that you've been beating on already.
Yeah, sadly. But
Okay.
it's okay.
All right. Here is blue. Here is yellow. They're not dexterous. Here's red. Here is blue yellow. Here's the other yellow ogre. And here is the big girl.
Ah!
All right.
It's 27 for full, the 13 for half.
And did the guy who had an 18 saved, right?
Yeah, it's a 15 DC.
Paige, did she roll 2 20s?
Yeah, on the big guy saving too, which is BS. It's not actually 20s. It's
It doesn't tell us it doesn't allow us to see her modifier.
Okay.
Then
I was going to say, who are you and what have you done with Paige?
It used to. All right, so
Well, no, I think that's good that we would.
yeah, but I want to see it.
Well, I assume you have it in your information. It just stops us from metagaming.
It doesn't show us. It doesn't show me.
no.
Oh, well,
That's
I'm with Ron. I like not knowing.
It's for the
Paige could backwardly figure it out because she knows what that creature reflex saving throw is.
Mhm.
So that's me.
Okay, that is a lot of damage, sir. All right, so anybody else at the 80-foot increment?
Mhm.
Okay, and Andrew, I understand you have dismounted at the 80-foot increment?
Yeah, I'm not riding this ape in.
Yeah, I also dismount at the 80-foot increment.
Okay.
Yeah, dismount before I cast, just in case.
Yeah, I will
So
as
I'll
well.
make-
Just be sure to tuck and roll, because this ape ain't stopping.
Yeah, I'm happy where I am on the board.
All right, so I'm going to make a spot right here
I
in
mean,
a
like,
blue
from
box.
the closest ogre page, this is 80 feet, just for reference.
Oh, good. Okay, good. Thank you.
Paige, good. I planned for you not to be on the edge of the map.
All right, so you've dismounted at 80. Is anybody else hopping off here?
Yes, I think we all hopped off.
I was never on.
Yes, well, you are goat-like.
Not only that, he's playing a satyr.
Mhm.
I should get an inspiration point for that one.
I did have one question before we started. We've fought a lot of these ogres. We've literally dissected some of them. Are they fey or giants?
They are fey. That's why Aglarondian ogres are so different than the others you might find. Because Aglaronda is a nation that is roughly cotangent with the Feywild.
Mhm.
So many of the creatures have taken on fey aspects. There's fey trolls, there's fey ogres, there's fey animals.
Well, I mean, is it a fey aspected ogre, or is it a fey that looks like an ogre?
It is an ogre with the fey background. It is from the Shadowfell, or had ancestors that were from Shadowfell, from the Feywild, or had ancestors that were from the Feywild.
Okay, but it's not a fey like Silvio is.
The jury's still out on that. Like, a lot of Fey would say, "Nuh-uh, they are not one of ours," but another Fey would say, "Well, those are just
I'm gonna
unsuited
stop.
Fey."
I'm gonna stop beating around the bush. What does protection from evil and good think of?
There you go.
Thank you. Like, get to the point, man.
Protection. No, it allowed me to world build a bit. Matter of fact, Ron, have an inspiration point for allowing me to world build.
Thank you.
Yes, protection from good and evil would work on these just fine.
Okay. Thank you.
They got to pay for that magic resistance somehow. All right. Yes, initiative rolls.
You know, magic, the protection from good and evil works as long as you consider them to be fey. If not, who the hell knows?
I mean, they may roll up on that protection from evil and good and just be completely unfazed by it.
Ooh. You already have an inspiration point, don't you?
I do, but
You
I
give that
can
away
pass it
to
to someone
someone.
else.
You're starting to get pretty cocky now.
I mean, I'll jump up and take that fey. Or, damn it, that inspiration.
I will toss it over to my good buddy Roskong.
He needs it.
And don't forget, we still have a chat inspiration floating out there.
That's true. Use it while you got it.
All right. I did not roll well on initiative. I was going to ask if I rolled the apes initiative or my own. Luckily, they're the same, so moot
That's
point.
good. You don't want to be confused in your brain. Your ape brain is so tiny.
I mean, it is 1 whole point tinier than Ross's brain.
So tiny.
Yes. Andrew, I don't see a initiative for Mira.
Oh, that's probably because you don't have one.
Okay. All right.
You're as conscientious objector.
Try that. It's like, I'm not having any part of this fight. Well, it's a good thing she rolled one.
Fortunately, you just came in the bottom, and I don't have to change anything.
Opa.
All right. Wildfire. How would you like to react to this?
I mean, to like the entire situation, I'm kind of
The entire situation.
hurt by it personally. It's very, very mean-spirited, ultimately. I'm gonna move forward. Let's see here.
To be fair, like, you started it.
Did I start it? Did I really though?
But we didn't start
the
the
fire.
wildfire. It's
I think I'm-
always
I'm gonna
burning.
throw my-
We'll return it.
No, I'm gonna cast Scorching Bolt, I think.
I would give you inspiration, but everybody already has one.
That's her. I'm going to Scorching Ray these fun ogre friends of mine. Starting with the Mr. Purple Blue.
I will take 9 points of damage. That ogre is having the worst day of his life. That misses. That
Oh
all
man, rough.
rough. Anything else, sir?
Nope, not this time.
All right. That would be Roger. I don't have that much move, but sure. It's 50. All right. It lumbers over towards you. Yogur. So my range on that is 60 to 40. Bleh. It looks ready to do something. All right, that one is going to lumber forward as well.
So many targets.
All right. Then that other one's gonna look kind of ready, and then this one. Oop, that's Nidarian. I'm starting my turn in your Nidarian column, Andrew. Are you a con save?
Yes.
Oop, I lied. This is my con save.
Ooh. I like the first one better.
16?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I still take some damage.
Yes, just not quite as much. We'll call it 9 points of non-deering damage.
I noted there's not a whole lot of that ogre left, but he's not quite out of the fight.
Okay, did I miss the reason they're rolling with disadvantage on their saves?
They're rolling with advantage.
Oh,
Save.
with advantage.
Advantage.
Oh, right.
The Aglarondian brand of ogres.
All right, Silvio.
There is some ogres like real uncomfortably close. I gotta say, I'm not a fan of this.
And that wall just got dispelled by your teammate.
How does it go? Uncomfortably close and extremely loud and uncomfortably close. That's how these ogres are.
Yeah, but it's the smell that's loud with these. So Sylvia's gonna look up at purple ogre up here, the one that is bloodied. That is also adjacent to Ross, and is going to utter out, "You smell like a fine cheese! Well done!" Knowing that is exactly what he didn't want to smell like, because he's anything but fine. He can make me a wisdom save.
It's the irony that really burns.
It's a lot of levels to that, too.
He smells a little bit more like, it's a charisma save? Yeah. Wisdom save? Charisma? Yeah, wisdom. He smells kind of like, high school football locker room.
Well, with the advantage she makes, I will reposition, and that's the end of me.
I mean, yeah, but you don't have to say it like that.
He's just being accurate. Just being accurate.
Oh, it's the leader's turn.
Scary ogre.
Oh God.
Look at the initiative on that ogre.
The one that so far consists of perfect 20s, I just would like to point out.
So frightened. Very scary.
This is a lot of ogre bearing down on us right now.
Yes.
Quite a bit, actually.
All right. The ogre gestures in the air as if she is casting a spell. What? Can anybody object to it at that point?
I'm far too far to object to anything at this point.
All right. All of a sudden, she is surrounded by a bunch of duplicates of herself. And then she moves. These two move up to flank her defensively. Oops, I cannot be in that same place. All right. That is finally my sad little blue ogre.
Oh, that's like
I feel like you're double.
Bluger's the one that he's like the little ogre that could.
He could get almost all the way up to the party
Yeah.
and be like, but not quite make it. Ross.
Well, I've got some bad news for
Indigo.
Indigogre. Indigogre has just stepped in front of a giant ape running at full speed over several hundred feet, who has not stopped any of that action, and is going to come down on him like I'm going to make a reference here that I don't personally understand, so might be slightly inaccurate. Like a football linebacker? I'm going to go with a linebacker.
Oh my gosh, it's a sports ball reference.
Did I do it? Did I do
You
the
did
sports ball good?
Beautiful, man.
Okay. And just like all that momentum goes directly into him. It's this button and this button.
Those will both hit, and I will take 34 points of yes. So what happened here is Ross. I almost said Rossilla. Ross Kong is barreling down the field and just mows through this ogre, completely exploding it.
Ow!
Its mauled corpse.
Gross. Are we in the splash here? Is this yeah?
And now that I've conveniently
Victor's
disposed
10 feet away, and he'd be the closest one.
of all of that momentum, I will dance around to the backside of the other blue ogres and threaten them with violence. And
they seem eager to take up the fray. All right, and in fact, in response to you flattening their friend, they will both take a whack at you.
I mean, both of those will hit my stunningly 12 armor class.
Please take damage as indicated. They choose not to entangle you because I don't think they can do that.
38 points of damage.
No, take the attack. Absolutely. They grabbed you.
Hey, Mike, Dakota, did you remember to rage on your turn? I'm sorry.
I didn't, and I'm sorry. Yeah, we had discussed that. Nothing makes me more angry than a 900 foot sprint. So add some more damage onto that.
I was
How
saying.
much?
5 points, 10 points, 80
I mean, it's still just the 2. It's only rage, but now it is like a gore covered raging giant ape.
Mm-hmm.
He was
Oh, it was
freed
both-
up because of your resistance.
Thank you.
That's true.
Thank you.
Play your class good, Mike.
We'll see.
We're all here to help. It's
Play
everyone.
your class. There we go.
It's everyone's responsibility
I
to
know.
maintain game states.
I'll use
still
all
maintain
my benefits,
It would
I
be
guess.
easier on Coda if he was all one class or the other. This 2-class multi-classing thing.
It's so hard. I have spells, y'all.
Hard.
I don't
It's
even know what to do with that information.
Well, luckily you can't cast them because you're a giant ape, so it's fine.
All right, Victor, relieve us of the silliness.
All right. First, I will do the only logical thing and drop my bow,
Right.
because that's what bows are for. Then, with my right hand, I will do a series of arcane gestures, culminating in a smear of iron dust across my forehead, casting protection from evil and good. With my left hand, I will summon my sword, my great sword, and then take a guarding stance right in this guy's face. And then I will be done.
All right. You can tell as the iron dust is floated about in the atmosphere, even that close to the ogre, you can see its skin starting to redden and blister where even the faint residue of that iron was. It growls at you and its red beady eyes are like, Mira.
Mira. Okay, so there's so much going on over here. Mira's gonna probably maneuver this lovely Iberian right in this guy's face here. Bam! Just like coverage.
The old jellyfish
Con save.
face.
Yeah.
I used to have somebody that I went to grad school with that occasionally, if we'd get cannonball jellyfishes, which are not stingy jellyfishes, we would throw them at each other. And he caught me like in a hallway, like in the back of my head with it, and it was just it was gross. All right, I will take 16 points of radiant damage.
Well, you made it, right?
Oh no,
You
I
made the DC.
oh that is make okay. Well, then I will not take 16 points of radiant damage.
Take 8.
I don't know much about rules, but I might know that.
All right. So that's Mira. All right, dwarves. The dwarves continue to GTFO, and they wave urgently at you to follow them. What you do with that information is your own business. All right, Wildfire.
Wildfire will move on down here. And then he will...
Cast a fireball.
Now, don't I wish? I'm out of fireballs.
No, Joe. Paige said you cast the
I cast the
fireball.
fireball. I just do it. Great, awesome. I'm in. Free fireballs every day, all day long. I'll shoot some scorching rays into blue yellow here.
All right.
Wait, blue yellow or yellow blue?
Yeah, I'm sorry, yellow blue.
Hang on. That's you want to become orange because that's how you become orange.
I'm okay with that becoming orange. Fine with me. It's the first one.
17 hits.
And the second one.
19 hits.
And I'll spend my inspiration on my third one here.
The 18 hits. So that's 9, 8, 17 points damage.
Yes.
Okay, let me see if that's... After a creature I can see is dealt damage by a foe within 20 feet of the giant. Oops. Alright, it lashes a chain out at Wildfire.
I like that less.
But
has it gotten its reaction back yet after doing so to calm?
Nope.
Wildfire just felt the
Yes.
ghost of his
Yes.
death coming.
I was like, that was unpleasant.
Yes, but it didn't happen. Thank you, Ben. Alright. Let's see. This is Roger. I'm starting my turn in a Nigerian column.
That seems bad for you.
We'll see.
Why did you make these life choices?
I offer you an 18.
Yeah, it'll work today, but you'll still enjoy. Hey! Go, dice, go!
I say, oh, you can do it. You can do it, roll 20. I will take 4 points of damage.
4 points of damage.
Okay, that's it. It's official. The table has betrayed us. We have to flee.
What happened?
No, it's just too much. It's just a pounding inevitability. It's just too much, guys. I don't.
But the +2 magic arrows.
we have to reclaim them for
They're lost
Aglaron.
now. They're lost to us forever.
Okay.
This is so unlike you, Joe.
So I'm going to move up here, and then I'm going to whacka the cloaca.
Oh, gross! That's very personal.
Okay. Well, with 8
fight 30.
more points of damage. Yeah, okay.
All right, that's what I've got. This person, which is orange, will check range.
So for those keeping score at home, that brings me to 64 points of damage.
70.
Sounds like fun.
The ape does have a cloaca, if I...
I'm
I
sorry.
know, but
64 points of health.
That's way better than 64 points of damage, let me just be clear.
Bite.
Okay, so he moves up, and then
So, Paige, they seem to be like looking off in the distance a lot, and like considering their range. Like, what's on them that is like?
they have big spears.
Ah.
I think I described them with spears, didn't I?
You did. You
Yeah.
did.
Okay.
We didn't make it. You didn't make.
Me, I'm against it totally.
Now, when you say big, are we talking like tent pole, maypole, like?
Phone pole.
They're not phone pole. They're more like
Are they long or girthy?
Hopefully both.
like. How could you have that? All right, so I will throw my spear at you.
I don't like this at all.
Huh.
Huh.
Huh?
16 misses.
16 would hit if I hadn't have cast shield.
Alrighty.
I don't
Good stuff.
want to take
Superlative.
100 million points of damage. Why is it? Why does that mean like 1 million points of damage? Whatever.
I don't know. Let me see.
Seems to have 2 sources of piercing damage, which is
Because it says it's X piercing damage or Y piercing damage if they use 2 hands to make a melee attack. So that 2 is 2.
Sure. It's just
Why it totals them up is a question that only Roll20 can answer.
it's very helpful.
It's very terrifying, is what it is.
Yes.
I apologize very much for the sounds of all of your drawers filling up.
Well, I'm gonna have to take a break pretty soon here to get cleaned up. So
Yeah.
5 minutes. Just give me 5 minutes, maybe 10. All right. Then this guy. So the chain wielding ogre with the orange marker to the south of Ross kind of moves to here and then flails away at Mr. Ross.
I think we all know how Ross Kong feels about chains.
19, I believe, hits your armor class of like 12.
Oh yeah.
And you may take 17 points of bludgeoning damage at your leisure. All right. Other yellow ogre. Moves to here. And then we'll try and throw a spear at Wildfire also. However, you get a couple points of cover because I am not a sharpshooter and there's a lot of biomass between you and me.
That's fair. 11 will not hit.
Wow.
My die rolls like nice. All right,
I'll take it.
I will take a knee in front of this rock here so that I'm only poking my little horn tips and my eyes out. And Bandor in hand, strum a little melody as I ready a spell.
Alrighty, so she's gonna take the field.
Oh good. Oh good. She hasn't even taken the field yet.
More of a cachet.
She makes it look good in that full plate.
She does. She does.
Honestly, doesn't Victor suffer some psychic damage for facing an enemy with full plate that he doesn't have?
Yes.
It's a point around.
I'm marking it down.
Okay.
Chat would like to remind us that if we can dodge a wrench, we can dodge a large, long, girthy pole.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Wildfire. She begins gesticulating as if casting a spell.
She is now in a zone of silence.
Damn!
Fuck you, spellcasting! And then I duck behind my rock.
Fair. You do, that was clever. That was very clever. Do you have an inspiration point right now?
I do.
Okay.
And I will pass it off to someone else who, please God, can we use these inspiration points? We're getting them pretty good tonight.
Right. Can you draw the zone of silence on the field, please?
I would be happy to do so.
Who doesn't have inspiration? Who's taking that one?
I currently have one. Otherwise, I would gladly yoink it up.
I also
I'm
have
all
one.
good.
Okay, I'll take it.
I will.
And don't forget, we've got our floating one
Mhm.
for
Yep.
our dire straits.
Hopefully,
What's
Victor's
the
going to
range
use a bunch
on
of blenderize the
Silence, like
guys.
100?
The range on silence is 120. It makes a 20-foot radius sphere. So it doesn't matter because her action's already wasted, but I'm sure she's going to move out of it, which is why I am changing over from drawing a square to drawing a circle. Oh no, why you do this to me? Why you do this?
Shapes.
Okay.
Shapes, my true nemesis!
Well, you see, Ben, circles have no sides and no vertices. Mm-hmm.
Well, now we know, and knowing's half the battle.
The blue chain wielding ogre is that is to the west of Ross, between Ross and Victor, is not super smart and knows that you.
I'm sorry. Maintaining game state is everyone's responsibility, and I just saw that silence is a concentration spell, so I don't cast it because that would make Ross turn out of an ape.
Okay, fair enough.
Okay, fair enough.
I am terribly sorry.
I
clever.
did not agree to this plan.
Bring unto me the thing.
Yeah, sorry.
That's fine. Bring unto me the thing. Paige, you're muted.
Yeah, so she begins casting a spell.
Oof.
I don't. Just continue to. It's what it is. Let's bring it.
Sure, but everybody make faces while Paige rolls this.
Fortunately for me, it does not require a roll.
Oh, we're screwed then.
I hate it even more now.
I feel like that's worse, right? You get how that's worse.
Oh wait, wildfire save versus death.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
No, that's fine.
Thank you, Roll. You're the
fine.
best.
It's fine.
You're the best.
We're good. We're good. It's no.
A wall of force springs into existence.
That's a player character spell.
Okay.
Are you going to file a formal complaint?
Yes.
She draws her hand back in a dramatic gesture and throws a ball of greenish yellow arcane energy in your direction. And it zips around the field in a serpentine way, so it's hard to tell which way it's going. And then it hits the ground between Victor and Mira and goes and explodes, but the explosion is limited very sharply to a 10-foot radius.
Victor's eyes will widen slightly.
Yes, you now see the world through a slightly greenish-yellow haze.
So Paige, I believe with those whips, I'm currently being grappled. Is that right?
Yes, by two separate ogres.
So tell me about how I break. Other than the cliche of having a giant ape with two chains to his arms.
I mean, how can we pass that up? Like, if you have a chance to do that in your adventure, how can you pass that up? I can't pass that up.
But also, you don't need to, because you can totally attack while grappled.
Oh, that's true, because I'm not restrained, am I?
Not restrained. You're
Oh.
just grappled.
Well then.
No, you are restrained. Until the grapple target is restrained, you can still attack, you just have disadvantage to do so.
Yep.
But you have advantage if you reckless attack with a rage, so it's a flat roll. You do what you want.
Mm-hmm.
You can also take an action to make a strength, athletics.
Don't do that. Trap.
Don't do that. You cannot do that. We will die if you do that. We do not have time for you to do that.
That's Victor and Mira will do it.
You're not wrong, Sylvia. You're correct.
Paige is just-
Victor and Mira will die if
Paige
you
is
do
just
that.
offering options.
Sylvia and Wildfire will run away.
So I do want to point out, where are your passives again?
I mean, as an ape,
Silvio.
I'm 14.
You realize with your innate sense of people that if this person can cast Wall of Force, they probably have quite a few other spells in there too.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter. We can't run because you've trapped two of our party members.
I know that.
Same as you're saying.
I am talking to Silvio.
Sure.
If she had wanted to, she could have probably done a damaging spell instead. By specifically casting Wall of Force, you know two things. One, you're dealing with an intelligence here. And two, she's taking prisoners.
And three, I can still run.
Absolutely.
That's true.
All right, Ross, solve our
Okay,
problem.
so if making the athletics check wasn't the option because of time restraints, I'm sorry, you said that I can't attack currently?
You can attack,
Mhm.
You are just at disadvantage to do so.
Gotcha. All right.
However,
well,
the barbarian, if you reckless attack, that gives you advantage on your attack. They already have advantage
Okay.
because you're grappled, so you're not.
Okay. How many levels of barbarian do you think I have?
I'm sorry. I'm shut up. This is me.
All right, so I'm going to, at this point, I don't like any of my options currently. I'm going to try and take out orange ogre with a couple of punches to the face at disadvantage, which I... Ooh.
Hey, were you joking before? Because you get the reckless attack at level 2.
Do I?
Yes.
Oh, for some reason, that's not on my list of options. Weird.
It's probably your feats and talents. It's not like
Oh, yep, there it is. All right. No, it's really weird. They don't put it on the front page of the thing, so it doesn't immediately come to mind.
Yep.
I wish we could organize our stuff, because there's some things are way more relevant than others.
Yeah.
And you can by printing it out, typing it out, having it on your desk.
Page has crazy talk. All right, so I am not, however, going to use reckless attack because instead I'm going to start burning through some of this inspiration.
Okay.
So I'm going to punch orange.
Okay.
Twice.
Bring it.
So like at this point, like it's monkey fisticuffs all the way down. So the 13 and a 29 to hit, which is a crit.
So I will take 48 points of damage. That is a good use of inspiration, sir.
How's he looking? Like
He is bloodied.
Just like
Yeah, he's got like 2 black eyes at this point and a broken nose.
And to add to that, as trained, although this is outside of Goose's wheelhouse.
Before you get to that, I have some reactions.
Oh, okay.
In reaction to the damage you have dealt to my buds,
the
other 2 are gonna whip you.
Oh, that's rude. They're gonna whip it good.
Well, when a problem comes along,
you must whip it.
Yes, so does a 12 hit?
The 12 does hit.
All right, you will take 28 points of damage.
Just rude.
It is.
So mean. So mean.
Oh, actually, I have advantage to hit you. Hang on, let me just crit.
Do you?
Yes, because you're
because I'm restrained.
But oop. All right, so I will crit. So instead of 28, you will take. I don't know, I'll take the small one. That's 18, 12, 37 points of damage.
37 points of damage. And is that just bludgeoning?
Just bludgeoning.
Odd numbers are good for you.
It's like a whole point of healing.
Yep. So, please proceed. Is Goose going to spit at the...
yeah, so Goose is going to again, she's not quite used to this, but she's going to do it, and she's going to acid infusion this strike.
Okay. Ooh. I will take some extra damage.
For a whopping 2 points of acid damage.
Goose's contribution is going to be more than mine this round.
That is true.
All right, anything else, Ross?
For a bonus action... Paige, I'm not entirely certain how this is going to work, but I'm going to...
You always know, friends, it's going to be something good when Coda starts. I don't exactly know how that works.
So,
something good is coming up.
In my best Draconic, with a heavy accent of gorilla, I am going to just shout attack.
Ooh, attack!
Although they're less chest bumping right now. So many chains.
Someday.
Does Goose understand that?
I think so.
Okay.
All right. So who's she gonna attack, or does that cover?
So she is going to move around and let's see. Can she actually get to the one that I'm attacking? How do I put a turn into this fancy?
Q.
Like,
Yeah, so she'll move in and try to attack the one that I attacked because
Alright.
that's how we trained.
good.
16 to deal 4 more points of acid damage.
That is a million times more than Victor will do.
It's true.
All right. Anything else from Ross Goose team?
Nope,
Root-
that's it.
Yes. All right. Victor and Mira.
Victor is a little. He is not equipped for this situation, but just on the off chance, he'll take his greatsword and he will whack the bejesus out of this
Victor.
bubble.
No,
Alright.
Victor.
Yes.
Says Mira. When you see a hole, prepare to jump into it.
All right. I will ready a dash
Okay.
for a hole. I assume Mira is going to use her magical powers to just make an opening, and I'm going to dive through it.
It's gonna be the best.
Sure thing. All right. Wildfire.
Was it Mira next?
No, Mira.
Oh, Mira,
Mira's gonna
sorry.
do something.
Go ahead.
It's gonna
ahead.
be great. You're gonna love it. Mira pulls out a small bit of fur and kind of rubs it between her fingers, and then kind of rubs it on her cheek, and then slowly she her fingernails grow, and she becomes large, darkly colored cave badger.
That don't give a fuck.
Uh-huh.
No. Well, that'd be a honey badger, really. That really.
But
doesn't
you're in
give
the
a
same family at this point. I'm just giving it to you. Come on.
fuck. Cave badger gives no. Well, whatever the step below a fuck is, really.
Okay. Congratulations. You're a cave badger.
She will take this opportunity to burrow 5 feet down, 5 feet over, and 5 feet up.
When you burrow 5 feet down, bonk, you hit a sphere of greenish yellow energy.
Oh,
Sphere! I thought it was a sphere!
It could be, but it's not.
Ah!
Keep digging.
In the meantime, Ron, Victor is caught up in the worst.
I'm contractually obliged to jump through a hole.
That is true. You're ready. Go up.
There's a
The thing
hole.
is, you're caught in the
He's
worst
committed.
snow globe ever. For one, there's a battle raging outside of it. For two, it's kind of an awful green-yellow color. For three, it is filled with flying dirt.
Yes.
It's true.
but the contract demands.
Like, you can... All right, Wildfire.
I thought that was
I
super
know.
clever, Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna
I
give
was
it a
trying
try.
not
only-
to
It'll be a
give
thing.
it away
Okay.
on my face.
You can look cool, but still not, get everything. You did the cool part.
As Captain Picard said, you could do everything right and still lose.
How about this?
Point of inspiration, Andrew.
So since I didn't do anything else in my turn, and after I see the bonk, I'll be like, just hide underground. Maybe she'll think you teleported out or something. And I'll start smoothing over. Where Mira is.
Fully cover yourself with dirt in this burrowed hole.
Wildfire, save us.
I don't have that ability. What I will do is fling a couple of magic missiles at the ogre caster here.
All right. That will involve me making some con checks.
That is functioning my hope. Three and three. I'm nothing if not consistent.
All right.
Consistently bad, really.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter. All right. So. Goes down on the first one. I'm +4 to my con saves.
Excellent.
All right. Rude.
Then I move backwards a little bit because this is getting real hot.
When you do that, she looks at you, and how much damage did I take? Trivial amount.
9 damage.
She looks at you, and her eyes narrow, and you can see she's saying something to the 2 big yellow dudes.
Well,
And
I mean,
then
like they were already gonna
at
murder
you.
me, so
Squad, we've achieved
her
our
request is no different than what happened last turn.
Fair. Okay. Red Ogre is gonna whacka the Ross.
Mm-hmm.
16.
Guys, I'm quickly running out of hit points.
Orange Ogre, the one in the half plate with the shield, pulls another spear out of the quiver on his back and throws it at Wildfire.
Oof. Yep. So is that 18 points of damage?
Yeah.
At least it's not 39.
That is true. That is for sure true.
All right, my ogre that has like 5 hit points left is gonna try and whack Ross through. Like, he's covered in blood, and like one of his shoulders is hanging out of his socket, and his leg has been chewed nearly off by Goose.
Goose is like actively like tugging at his foot like some sort of yappy dog.
And he, with probably what will be his last action in this life,
Wow!
the chain goes forward and it snaps around your shoulder and pulls you roughly, about pulling your arm off, and you will take 33 points damage.
Gross.
Not great. Not.
At least it's odd.
Oh, it's odd, all right.
So, squad, we've achieved our primary objective of covering the dwarves' retreat.
All right.
Oh.
Other yellow ogre. All right, so the other one of the bodyguarding ogres pulls another spear from his back. I'm gonna have to move.
Where are you gonna move to? I'm excited. I'm excited to figure this out.
Mm-hmm.
I think these ogres should stop attacking me personally. I'm not a huge fan.
I mean, you
this-
did paint a giant target on your
Needless aggression.
All right.
Needless aggression.
He draws a spear from his back, from the quiver on his back, throws it at you.
I dislike that. I will take
Alright.
16 points of damage.
Alrighty, Cilio.
So I am going to begin my turn by boldly running southeast. Unsan. And then I am going to begin casting a spell. I will be comfortable in knowing that I'm outside the range of this shenanigans-based creature that is far away from me. The good news is that I will break concentration, so Ross goes back to normal size, because he doesn't have very much in the way of hit points left in the form of a giant ape, right?
single
and if
digits.
you could-
Single digits.
If you could do me a favor, if you could become small in this square instead, that would be great.
I would love to.
Perfect. So changing your size category makes you get out of all those strains. So super awesome. And then following that, because now Ross is small and these guys are big, I will center Hypnotic Pattern where it will hit the 3 of them, but not my buddy Ross, as my main action.
All right.
Very slick.
Does anybody object if I take every token on the screen and move it about 50 feet to the right?
That's fine. It'll just change where my positioning was because I would have gone further left diagonal.
Yes, move us closer to the magical arrows. Excellent.
So yeah, oh, that's pretty cool. And then yeah, now Wildfire and Sylvia can adjust themselves.
Right.
So I cast a spell and then I move.
Okay.
So I need 3 with some saves disadvantage from the 3 blue ogres, hopefully giving Ras a chance to retreat because I'm at the beat point.
And they're at disadvantage because of your magical item, but at advantage, so it's a flat roll.
It is a flat roll.
Yeah.
And 15 is the number. Thanks, baby Jesus.
Hat trick.
Woohoo!
I have got to get a
All right, Victor, take about 8
marker
rounds to shoot at
for-
them.
Yeah, I know at this point I can't hit them even if I want to.
Coda. You may have a point of inspiration.
So I do that. It's time to wrap this up and go. And then I move 35 feet away from this party. While gesturing, hey, don't fuck up the blue ones. They're big oasis fans right now.
I'm confused as to what that gesticulation means. Are you casting another spell?
No, it means do not hit them and run the fuck away.
All right. After Silvio, it is Gulpraknesh's turn.
I like his turn less.
Her.
I like its turn less. I don't.
Her.
Yeah. Someday I'll get that.
I don't believe you.
Well, that's fair.
That's okay. I'm still trying to get a handle on Goose, so.
She's only like your special guest star every week, but okay. All right. I am gonna move to here.
I'm excited. I'm terrified, really. What is she going to do now?
And then I begin gesticulating as if I were casting a spell.
I don't know why you keep telling us that.
Victor will act like he's considering counterspelling and deciding not to.
Fair enough.
What a dick.
At that point, Silvio turns and points his Bandor out and goes, counterspell!
You actually have a counterspell, or are you just saying counterspell?
I am attempting to intimidate her.
Is it working?
Like she jumps like you're gonna counterspell, and then she realizes her spell is still going off, and then she looks at you like, what is your problem?
The jump didn't mess up her, somatic components, maybe?
Do you want startles on you guys to mess up your somatic components?
I mean,
Tell me.
I'm a social character that has a pretty good intimidate,
I'm
but I
against
can tell that Joe is totally against it,
I'm
and I
against
know that deep in his heart, Ron won't say that he hates it, but he hates it, so I can't do that.
He might have no choice but to rip off his flesh and emerge as some sort of demon to come after you. He hates it so much. I'm just saying.
But he hides it well.
He hides it well.
All right.
he's still containing the rage. He
Oh,
can't even say words. All that's left is swears.
Just Rolex appears out of his mouth.
But I learned that tactic from my good friend Rob Froberg, so I thought I would give it a whirl.
Fair enough. All right. She gesticulates, and then a bolt of greenish yellow lightning that is so bright it sears the image into your eyes.
Ow.
Gonna go here.
I'm excited. I hope it's not on me.
I mean, this is when she shows she's actually on our side, and we will Well, extractor.
The ogres, I like it.
Mhm.
She's also going to heat up the 4 of you, and one of the ogres is almost dead.
I did not expect that twist.
Okay. I will need people to make me a dexterity saving throw. The save is DC 17.
All the peoples, huh?
Yep.
Dexterity
I'm a
saving
people's.
throw, huh?
I rolled
I'm going to
good.
use my advantage.
Wait, literally everybody?
No. Everybody on the line.
That is very wise.
You didn't show us a
You
line.
should draw a line for us.
I will use my
Yeah.
inspiration as well.
Ben, can you see the line on my screen?
I can. I don't know why it's not on my screen.
There, I see it. I see
Oh,
it.
Now there's a line.
Hey,
Roll
Paige.
20.
Hey, Paige.
Yes.
Would you describe this as an effect that I can see while not blind, deafened, or incapacitated?
Yes.
Oh,
You
good.
Have inspiration on it. All right. 3.
Hooray, not me!
Sorry, I was unprepared to
Oy.
make saves with Goose. Oof,
That's all right.
Goose.
1, 2.
Wow, we were not expecting this.
I
apparently.
disagree that it is not all right.
So how much
How much?
like do Ross and Mir get advantage for being just under the ground?
It's real difficult because they're.
We haven't left this hole yet. I mean, we've been in this hole the whole time.
43 points of damage.
Oh.
We're half that with a DC, whatever.
Oh.
17 save.
All
This
right.
ogre makes a
That
save.
puts me
and
at
I
0.
Excellent.
Ah.
No?
I got some bad news, guys.
What?
Goose has fallen. And I was going to stop raging, but
Mm,
I mean, combat just stops if Goose goes down, right?
yep, I think so. I think so. Everyone's like, whoa.
Right. Do you remember last Friday's Mandalorian, the tragedy? This is also
Yeah.
a tragedy.
Oh
think
god!
no,
My ear!
So not okay.
Listen,
I'm saying.
Oh
yes, I
Oh,
know.
no!
Calm yourself, Paige.
I was about to say, I know that you're not going to spoil, but you have a real bad history, baby.
So I'm not fast enough to get out of the way, but I will just barely have time to interpose my sword, and it will absorb half of that lightning into itself and be thrown with energy. I will begin to smoke with many char spots. So,
I'm sorry, Paige. You said that success DC was a
18, 17?
ugh.
17.
Oh, 17? Well, I've got some more bad news.
Are you also
Mm.
smoking?
Ross has also fallen.
Ooh.
Oh!
Alright, so that ogre
Ooh.
also fails. He will take 43 points of damage.
Ugh.
He is no longer mezzed.
Well, back in the good news department, I stopped raging, everyone.
And I am sure bloodied. Alright. So that was my turn.
oh, I got to make a concentration save.
Are you down?
You're down though, right? Doesn't that?
Who?
Why
No,
are you?
I'm covered in charred patches, but I'm not unconscious. Like,
Oh, I'm so sorry. When you said
Oh,
covered
sorry.
in hard patches, I thought you were down. Okay. Fair enough. It is that ogre's turn, and he screeches in pain, and then she points emphatically at Victor. And are you still protection good and evil? Am I attacking with this?
yes, I made my saving throw.
Okay.
Just barely.
Yes, because I imagine it was a tough one. All right, so I will attack with disadvantage. Boom.
I will wish I could just do as many reactions around as I wanted, but I can't.
All right. Ross is gonna be making death saves. Victor.
Am I also?
Russ could roll a 20.
Sure. Go
I'm
for
in,
it.
I'm enchanted, right?
You are restrained.
Oh god, so
Grappled and restrained.
it's slash
Slash roll 1d20.
No, but how do I do it just to the GM?
Oh, you know what?
Is that the thing we're doing?
You can, and I fully support it. Just we'll roll saves for you when it becomes time.
Okay.
Like if somebody comes over and pokes you and it's been 5 rounds, I'll say roll 5 saves, and we'll see what happens then. Just keep track of how many saves you owe me.
Interesting. I will. Yes, I will burn. I think we still have. Do we still have that player inspiration floating now?
We do.
Yeah. This would be a good point for it.
Uh-huh.
I will use it on a. I'll just go all in and I'll do a great weapon master attack.
Okay.
And
my armor class is real low, so.
All right.
That will certainly hit.
Let's see how much damage I got. 21.
Puissant hit.
All right, and now I will attack again. Normal greatsword because I got disadvantage on this one.
10 is not going to do it, though.
And that is it. I don't have anything fancy. I'm running out of fancy things.
Fair.
Oh, actually, wait. This might actually matter because this is not up to me. When I absorbed that lightning bolt, as I said, my sword absorbed the lightning. So add another D6 of lightning damage. 5.
Ooh.
Okay.
Does that drop him? No. Damn. All right. That was okay.
And you know what, Ron? Ben pointed out that the guy had been mezzed after he grabbed you, so you would not have been at disadvantage.
Nor would you be restrained
I
for the
thought
purposes of getting out.
I thought he grabbed me after we were lightning bolted.
Hang on, let me see if he goes in the order. Yep, you know what, Ben? He goes in the order right after Gulpraknesh.
It was like it was worst case scenario for us.
Yeah.
Foiled again.
Mira, you can make me a death saving throw. Coda, if you have a die on your desk, roll that because you might come up with a 20.
Okay.
Mira,
See what happens.
Wildfire.
Yeah. About all of this, Wildfire will reach out at Blue and kind of snap his fingers, and his blood begins to boil.
Uh-oh. Are you a wisdom save?
He owes me a wisdom save, but that's not the right damage, because he is damaged. It is that. He saves, so he takes 8 damage. 8 necrotic damage.
Thump.
Woo!
Woo! Now you're no longer strained.
I mean, we're still in terrible position, but...
And Wildfire will move back to join Silvio in the retreating posture.
All right, so that guy is still mezzed. This guy.
Sorry, Paige, which guy?
So the guardian ogre that is to the northeast of the queen will stride forward to here. And he is going to continue throwing a spear at Wildfire.
I like that less.
12
A
will
12
miss.
will not hit my AC.
Excellent news. All right, so the other one, which is the ogre bodyguard to the south.
Right, I think at this point we should all gaze to the west. Right? It's the dawn of the third day, right?
Where's the
Gandalf, yeah.
All right, and he will also throw a spear at Wildfire.
And that'll hit.
or 17, not 35.
Cool. Wildfire.
Noted. Silvio, it is your turn. You have some decisions to make, sir.
So I turn back towards towards Gulpraknesh and say, "This has been pretty good. Let's call it a draw."
She chuckles, and in perfect and unaccented common says, "Excellent. In that case, I will accept your surrender."
That is not exactly what I said, but it is good to know that you are looking to get us to surrender. You need to get perhaps better at this whole not giving away your whole plan thing.
She smiles, looks at you, and says, "You're cute, little Fang. You'd look excellent in a birdcage in my court. I am, in fact, looking for a jester."
Silvio actually gets that a lot.
A lot. Okay. Well, Victor, what's the plan here?
I mean, you should keep retreating. If you had a healing word, Wildfire, or maybe Mira would appreciate it.
Sounds great. I will gently. There we go. So I will pop a healing word on Mira for some dice, and then I will dodge, and I will continue moving 35 feet away because fuck these spears you're throwing. What's up with that?
Yep.
Let's see if that works.
Yeah.
Oh my god! It's 6 whole points of welcome back to consciousness, Mira.
It's 6 more points than I had before.
Paige, you're muted.
Yep, she'll move to here. And
Oh god.
then she'll begin casting a spell.
All right, Paige. We're out of tricks. Just lay it on us.
Oh shit.
That's.
Cone of Cold goes off.
Oof.
I would like to make an argument that both Victor and Mira are lying in a hole of Mira's digging at the curve.
Unfortunately, Cone of Cold is a con
we-
save, and cover only gives bonuses to reflex or to dex saves.
It's
Paige.
just real cold.
So evil.
She knew that when she cast the spell.
Con save it is. Indeed. All right, well, here we go.
Did we get a second player inspiration? Can we go on the show? Oh my god, why are my saves so bad? How many points do we need to get another player inspiration, Coda?
All of them,
All
probably.
of them.
How do I?
First of all, there needs to be another player inspiration challenge put up, and then
Yeah.
we can put points.
Okay. Well, that's too much, I guess. All right.
We're just gonna sit here and boycott playing until we get a player inspiration. Is what you're saying?
You guys can boycott playing. You do not have to take your turns.
Oh,
Hey, look at that.
already
We've already got
raised
250 points towards it.
Oh!
Okay. Yes, those are from Ben.
Oh!
No, they're from a Maxim.
Oh, okay.
Wait, is it
Wow.
out there? Is there another one? Is there one?
There's
All right. So if anybody fails
Woohoo!
the
We did it!
17 save, they will take 35 points of damage.
Oh, wait. I did math in my head. I'll leave that inspiration out there. Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
All right,
I'm back
Paige,
down
I've
again.
got some
What
bad news
happens
for you.
if you get a 0 when you're hit by a cone of cold, Page? Anything?
Paige, thanks to some chat shenanigans, we have another player inspiration.
All right.
And yes, I'm keeping track of my saving throws. That was not from a critical source, was it?
no, it's just a normal source.
Okay.
So did Victor make that save?
It's a moot point. I'm not even gonna give you the pleasure. Well, no, I failed. I did roll before. I got a 12, which was a fail. But I've since done the math, and I will not survive no matter what. So
All right.
wait, actually, no. I think. Oh, what the hell? Is there an inspiration? I'll take it.
There is.
Maybe it'll work.
Do it.
Do it.
You're not really
Yeah.
supposed to use inspiration after.
Okay, fine. You're right. You're right. All right. So what happened? I'm at 0. I'm at 0.
Sure.
But a valiant effort.
We're desperate here.
Yes. So I think the next person with an action is a yellow ogre. Looking
Yep.
at the count.
Does anything,
I'm back down again.
does anything interesting happen when you're dropped to 0 from a cone of cold?
We'll get to that later. Should it become something that we have to discuss?
Don't mind the faces I'm making, everyone. It's fine.
That's good. It's good that it's fine.
All right. I will throw a spear at Silvio.
Show your disadvantage.
Why do I have disadvantage?
Because I dodged.
Oh, you did.
Doesn't.
However, dice were with me on that one.
Alright, I take 16 points.
And we'll also throw a spear.
It's
with
looking grim.
Which will miss. 16.
16 hits.
All right. You'll take 18 points of damage.
Oh, folks.
Now it's your turn, Silvio.
At home viewers, you are watching the ruthlessness that is Paige.
Mhm.
Cool. I move behind this rock. I cast a spell. I hide and move away at 15 feet while invisible.
All right. So let's talk about what happens afterwards. Do we need another 5-minute break first? Are we okay?
Nope, I think we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, we're good. I'm not going to be taking any actions, I don't think.
That's
so.
true.
I think you might.
I think we should continue an initiative. I think it's probably pretty important for one person.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
it won't be. 'Cause
Unless
at
we're all
that,
dead.
Oh, good.
That's
Oh,
fine.
good.
Kill us all.
at that point in time, they're going to walk around and start stomping people. But Silvio, you're running away invisible at this point. I'm willing to stipulate the ogres are not going to be able to find you in the middle of the battlefield.
Excellent. That way I don't have to argue. It sounds great to me.
Fair. You do see the ogres scoop up all the bodies, and even though the ogre forces are in pretty good position at this point, there's a horn that sounds, and the ogre forces retreat back into the forest and the hills.
Okay, sounds good.
So which group wants to go first? The Silvio group?
Oh, it's got to be the Silvio group, right? He's the returning hero.
So I
mean, the rest of us don't have any more action.
I should
so-
say, Paige, that when Ross and Goose's corpses are picked up, they hang
They're still holding
loose.
hands.
They hang loose in the grip of the ogres.
Yes. If you hadn't, they'd have put a spear through you anyway.
Does rigor mortis work differently for lizardmen?
Yeah.
So Silvio, I'm sure at some point in time you become visible and get your way in, or you sneak in invisibly to the Citadel, though they're pretty sniffy about trying to keep people out.
I mean, I sneak over there, and then once I'm way out of shot and not being chased by ogres anymore, I become uninvisible, and I ask the dwarves to please let me in.
You're hustled. And the fella that you had met outside Darmog says, "You gods, man, what a fight! They had just started breaking in on the west side at the same time, but because your folks tied them up out front, we got the 7th Division out and managed to put all of our forces on the west side to keep the civilians safe. You're the only one left?"
That is a very. I'm the only one that came back. Let me put it that way. I would very much like to request as we are clearly the saviors of your kingdom, to have a audience with the queens. Also, I would like to request that your soldiers do not clear the ogre bodies off the field, especially the ones that were accompanying their leader until tomorrow.
Well, sure, man. That's no problem. We don't usually go out corpse clearing anyway. Especially we didn't take them down because they're not our heads, but I'll see that you're counted for them.
Do you have a priest that can perform a simple service for me?
Our priest will do any damn thing in the world you want.
Actually, I do not need a priest. I just need someone with a very large sword or axe.
He looks at his big axe, looks at you, looks at his big axe. Will this do?
If you are willing, I would like to collect the heads that were joining Gulpraknesh.
Oh, okay, sure. No problem. Gulpraknesh.
Gulpraknesh, yes. I have very many questions to ask them tomorrow.
Oh, I've heard of that. You're a wizard then. All right. Come on, let's go.
Excellent.
And he whistles up a unit of dwarves. They're pretty scratched up, but you can tell by their arms and armor that these are not common soldiers. These are clearly the dwarven equivalent of special forces. And you manage to get out on the battlefield. The ogre forces have retreated entirely at this point, so it's just a quiet, still field full of stones. Even the cries of the dead no longer sound. Dwarves go on and through the battlefield, collecting up all of their fallen kin. Doramog walks with you and obligingly lops off the heads, has a net bag to put them in, and kind of drags them back to the citadel.
If you could grab any +2 arrows you happen to run across.
I also look for the 2 arrows on behalf of my commander.
I feel bad for y'all. You can just have the 2 arrows you find. It's the
Yes!
property of Victor Toussaint on the fletching.
This is going to be great. Whoever plays the next commander, I'm just going to be able to kneel and present them with the 2 +2 arrows and be like, the last commander wanted you to have these.
Oh, no, I just thought of something awful. Sylvia, that means you're going to have to fill out all the paperwork.
So much.
You have to start
I won't
from
have
scratch,
Wildfire's help
too.
on this one, because he has all the forms filled out, but they were with him.
That is one of the reasons that I was trying to make him escape with me, literally so I wouldn't have to fill it. This was top of mind. But then I thought maybe Mira might be able to heal someone else if I got her up, but clearly that didn't actually matter. So.
All right. So you have collected heads. When you come in the hall, there's a ragged cheer goes up as you enter the hall, and a whole bunch of dwarves mob towards you, and they actually lift you up above them and start carrying you around and singing songs in Dwarvish. Do you speak Dwarvish?
I don't think so.
Well, they sound happy, martially happy songs. Yes.
Excellent. I sing along with them, but not in Dwarvish.
Sure. You recognize the tunes. They're ages old. And Darmog comes over and says, you said something about wanting to see the queens?
Perhaps a little bit of rest first. I am sure they are reorganizing after this attack, but I would be delighted to see them in between 6 to 8 hours.
Yeah, Ma's using up all of her spells, bringing back what dead she can. All right, fair enough. Let me show you to some guest quarters. Stay at my house.
I am very thankful for this.
So he leads you through the halls of this underground city, and while it is underground, like many dwarven cities are, it's built into a mountain. It has a lot of skylights in it that are protected by, cunning vents and traps, and so there's actually puddles of sunlight sprinkled through the city. And you learn that the city is actually called Boulder Hall. Doramog leads you through the houses and gives you a bit of a guided tour. And when you get to his house, it is a pleasant stone structure with wood furnishings. And he invites you in, insists you have food, sets up a guest bedroom for you, tends to your every need. After about an hour of that, that is when the party starts. Dwarves start coming by, the drinking songs start getting spun up, and the consumption of dwarven holy water goes into high gear.
I mean, Sylvia, of course, parties, though it's bittersweet since he doesn't have his other foresters to enjoy it, but he knows deep in his heart that he has plans to get them back.
All right. Yes, so now I want to cut over to another group.
You already cut that group up a lot, Paige.
I did. And you know what? It's 9. It's almost 10 o'clock. Let's call it here for tonight. And we'll find out what happens to everybody next week.
Oh, God. Yeah, we're all going to show up with our new characters. It's going to be great.
That hour and a half filling out the forms for a new commander and new reinforcements. Join us.
That's good. It's a good plan.
You know, there's a decent chance you're going to be the new commander.
That will be weird and different, but...
Don't do it, Silvio. It's a trap.
It is.
I think as soon as the other group shows up, I'll talk to them long enough to present them the arrows, and then I'll just fuck right off to the Feywild, because that's been the plan of the time. It's like, well, I got things to do here, and I don't want to leave yet. And I'm just like, well, those things are all dead, so I guess I can leave now?
All right. It is with deep sorrow that I must thank our chat folks for joining us on this sad, tragic adventure tonight. Please, if you can, follow, subscribe to us on Twitch, subscribe on YouTube, support us on Patreon, or at least like us on iTunes. You can find us at Feats and Fables on each of these platforms. Roll20 is our virtual tabletop. Our sad, somber music is by Kevin MacLeod at Incompetech.com, as served by Roll20. Our maps tonight were made in Incarnate. The art of our NPCs is from the Hero Forge token generator. We would like to thank our listeners and supporters, including Coda.
Yeah, our newest follower, Lego Cat 2713.
Lego Cat.
Maxim and Brother Flounder for all the biddies tonight, and Brother Flounder for unlocking a bunch of, what are they called? Emotes for our viewers. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you so much, Andrew. Mwah! Chat, thank you very much for inspiration. It was a hard night tonight, and we'd love having you with us. Please join us next Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time to see what happens next, and follow us to adventure.
To adventure.
Follow Silvio to adventure. All right, night, folks.
Love you all.